What's happening, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tasting with Tank. I'm your host, Tank, of course, Marcus Tanksley. And as y'all can see, I don't know if you can tell behind me, we got a guest. He's over here, fashionable, but we're going to talk about his taste. Hold on, let me go ahead and introduce yourself first before I...
Oh, what's going on, everybody, man? Good to be here. My name is Carlos Coleman.
Los.
Yeah, young Los, big Los, you know what I mean? The fat and fly one himself, you dig?
Hold on, fat and fly.
Yes, sir. Come on now. Absolutely.
Hey, so anyway, we're going to talk about his taste in fragrances.
Yeah.
When he said he wanted to talk about this, I was excited because as some of y'all may know, I'm really into fragrances, and where we are setting, which is in Perfume Rafi's, which we're going to talk about that too, is why I have so many different fragrances and why a lot of people compliment me on mine. So we was walking around before we started, and this man right here, he knows his stuff.
I got a little, I know a little something.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what you look for and everything that you do when it comes to fragrance.
Man, for me, I look for what I like. Mm-hmm. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Like I look for what I like, what agrees with my nose, what agrees with just the flavor profile
of your body and everything. Yeah.
But I really like fresh scents. Mm-hmm. I like ouds. I like vanillas, different scents that I can mix and match together.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, to create my flavor profile. So those are some of the things that I do love. Yeah.
Absolutely. So he's probably saying a lot of stuff that some of y'all don't know about. But also mixing. A lot of people don't realize you can mix different fragrances, different colognes, perfumes, whatever you're wearing, but it has to be the right ones.
Yeah.
You got to test it out with each other and then test it out with your body chemicals.
Yeah.
Because one thing I realize is I'll smell something like ouds. I like the smell, but as soon as it goes on my skin,
it don't hit
20
right.
minutes later.
Yeah. And for me, I don't even do a lot of skin application.
No, you
over the years, like when I start like really getting into it, I would do a clothes application.
That
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not heavy, but I usually might a couple squirts in the hand. If I'm mixing something, rub it together kind of like lotion, I had the wrist, hit the neck, and then I go to the clothes, so I don't put no oil stains and nothing like that. I'm giving y'all a little bit of my game.
Hey,
what I'm saying? But that's how I layer it, especially when it came to scents like you saying that didn't agree with my skin type, but I liked it.
Gotcha.
Right? So I could put it on my clothes and it could still go and everything would be cool versus having it on my skin and then not really hit the way. Yeah. So I just found that little tweak for me and it worked.
That might make it easier for me because what I do is I'll do, getting dressed, hit a couple on the neck.
Yeah.
Then put my shirt on and then finish off with just a
like a little spritz.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't do the whole walk through. I'm like, nah, it got to stay with you all day.
That's when you in high school, right? That's when you in high school, middle school, and you really learn about how to fragrance. You don't want to smell.
That's when you got your car.
Yeah.
You walk through it.
You know what I mean? You step off in that thing. Because my fragrance game came from watching my granddaddy, like watching my uncles and like being in this spot now, seeing all the different fragrances that he has around. I'm like a kid in the candy store right now.
Oh man, he walked in and look, I didn't know I was pronouncing half of these fragrances wrong until I met Rocky. Okay,
it rolls off his tongue.
And I said, I'm looking for this, and he would say it correctly. I was like, is that how you say this?
Yeah.
Got some silent letters in there.
I put extra G's and E's that I ain't supposed to pronounce.
But coming to an establishment where he don't push to sell you nothing. It's just like, well, try this. What do you want? Yeah. To the point to where it's like, he'll tell you, all right, you need to go outside, take a break because now your brain's confused.
Overload.
Yeah. Because eventually everything will start sounding the same.
You can have fragrance overload for real.
Oh yeah.
And so learning how to smell the coffee notes and all those different things. You be like, dang, I like that. I like that.
You gotta
what do I like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I like them all. And there's so many different things or spaces when I think about fragrance and cologne. Where can I go? Like, what am I going to be doing with this?
Because you got morning scents, you got evening, you got night, you got all of those different summer, winter, a lot of different things you can do.
Winter, spring, summer, fall.
Hey.
I'ma smell good through it all. You feel me?
So, as y'all know, this is Tasting with Tank, and Rafi, he introduced me to some fragrances. I just discovered these this week.
Okay.
We have a cognac, a whiskey, a rum, and another cognac flavored. And not flavored, but inspired.
Yeah.
And you get strong hints. Look, Rafi, I don't want to try to say the name of these. But
Creation E by Roja.
Creation E by Roja. Oh, that's this one.
Rum.
So this is a rum one.
Okay.
This get it with this. It reminds me of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because it has that strong, sweet rum smell. And they have this one. This is cognac inspired. The top.
I like that.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Cognac.
Yeah, cognac. The top is made from the barrels, the oak barrels that they put.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's.
See, now I like craftsmanship, right? When it comes to buying bottles, the story behind the bottle, like I really like that one with the wood on top.
Oh yeah, the cork. That's a cork.
That cork.
It's an actual cork. And this is whiskey, right?
That's whiskey.
This is a whiskey.
Oh, that's some whiskey.
Yeah.
Let me see that one. Hold on, I'm finna. Ooh,
Yeah,
I caught it right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was interesting, like
That's on my toe.
like you go to places, and it's marked a certain way. The reason I like coming in here because he'll tell you a tester bottle, which is literally the same bottle. It just don't have the pretty box that it comes in.
Yeah.
You don't need the box unless you have them on display.
Wow,
I don't need
that's
them. I throw the box away and I put it up.
I think folks don't know, man. Testers go a long way.
They do. No, it's the actual size though.
Yeah.
But the box that they try to sell you the product in, they got to charge for that.
They
A
gonna
lot went into the design of that.
I started learning that stuff, man. I be asking perfumers like, "Hey, I don't need the box. Just
Yeah,
let me
give
get
me the
that.
glass.
Just let me get the glass. I need what's inside of here, not what this come inside of."
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Like,
I
it's
discovered that
lasting.
this week, literally.
It's really lasting. And so this is a whiskey.
That's a whiskey, and they inspired even the top. That's a cork.
Man. So this is what I love, finding new fragrances that you ain't never heard. I ain't never heard about it. And to your point when you said flavor a little bit while ago, it is like flavor.
It really is.
It's your flavor.
Your nose, your tongue, they all go hand in hand.
All those things actually play a part into what you putting on your body and stuff like that. So I look at cologne, perfume as type of flavor profiles. And so when people say it, I get it. It might not be the most politically correct thing to say, but
flavor.
It's that flavor. And we know flavor.
Yeah. I done been stopped by many people.
Yeah.
Walking through restaurants. Excuse me, what is it? I'm sorry. I'm like, this is a cocktail I'm wearing right now. I gotta grab this bottle. Let me get a hint of that.
I put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Man, I was at a spot the other day too, bro, and the DJ had on a great fragrance. I went to the restaurant, came back out, washed my hands, make sure I was clean. Hey, bro, what's that you got on? I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Now listen, some of y'all brothers out there, don't be keeping your secrets, you know what I'm saying? Share the love, share the fragrances.
I was keeping my secrets up until this year.
You what?
I'll be like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just know I smell good.
Yeah, I got you.
But now I let people know, man.
Yeah.
I let them know.
What I don't share for me is all of my mixes.
Yeah.
Right? So
that won't match from person. That's
because
a fingerprint.
it's the one thing that you can't get with me on my mix. You feel me? I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm mixed up today with a little thyme and a little oil.
Good. He's stinking good right now. I can let you know.
I stink out here, you know what I mean?
I remember you told me that one day,
yeah,
boy, you stink.
I stink. You gotta stank up the world because it's just too much out there.
It's too much?
I'm trying to stank every time I walk out.
Yeah, y'all can see, like, it's literally endless.
Yeah.
Like the type of things that you can get introduced to stuff that you would never think you was into.
What got you into fragrances? Like, what was that thing for you?
I would have to say, for one, it was my dad always smelled good. He went out to work. You could walk up to our house after he left, walk up to the house and be like, oh yeah, he must have just left out. You can smell it. And then early on, so my uncles, back in the day, they was Old Spice. They were country. They were country Old Spice. But they always got, just old country men. But they always got complimented on when they got cleaned up.
Yeah. And
I think that's what did it. And then of course, going into middle school, and it's like girls, and it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's my daddy's. Oh, girl, Look, hey, don't worry about that, He got caught, hey, boy, quit spraying my stuff on.
Leave it alone.
So that's what kind of got me introduced. But then as I, just matured and just started discovering different things, came to this place, it probably, once I came here, started coming here, because mine was like the John Paul stuff that everybody's
absolutely.
into.
I just met
the
that
Calvin Klein, which is a great one. But after then coming in here years ago, and it's like, that's what elevated it even more. That's when I was like, oh no, I got to do something special because you know you get that compliment once or twice and it's like,
I like
oh,
that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I like getting compliments on how I smell.
Yeah.
I love it. For me, I got into fragrances from growing up being heavyset. You know what I mean? And cleaning myself, all these different things, but there would still be times where I would smell myself and I'd be like, man, this ain't, what is this?
Just normal body odor, not even funk. Just
normal body odor, the whole nine. And so I never wanted to mask it. And so I found out really how to really control my body odor, you know what I mean? Really clean well, all these different things growing up. And then when I truly got into fragrance, it was from my uncles, right?
Yeah.
And so that person came in like, okay, I got that handled, different soaps, different types, what they smell like on my body, all those different things. And now I would go into his dresser, man, and he had everything. That's when I saw the John Paul, the pie.
Yeah, opened up the double.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, let me get some of that. And so, of course, when he ain't around, I'm sneaking and geeking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But when he is around, can I get some of that? Yeah. How you know that's in there? I mean, I don't know.
I just saw it.
But can I get some of that? And so that's where the different levels of cologne. We're learning about perfume and learning about toilette and all those alcohol-based, oil-based. And now, man, for me, true, my other uncle as well, how I got into it was oils.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just small neighborhood oil, man.
Yeah.
3 for $10.
Yeah.
Let me
them
get
essential,
that.
them essential oils.
And that lasts all day long.
A long way, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's not often that you meet another man that's into fragrances like this.
Oh, man, I love it.
Like, you don't see that often at all. I'm trying to always educate, like, hey, man, you got to smell. I got this, man. You got to do something different.
You know, I get some cat, man. I don't want that, man. Listen, your lady gonna love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or anybody that you just go around, if you in a party or wherever you at, just kicking it, and they smell a fragrance, like you said, your pops left, right? And you would still smell him after he was gone.
Yeah, you walking up to the house like, oh, he must have just left.
That's a lasting memory that sticks with you. And I think that's one of the things that I love about fragrances, that you start 8 a.m., 8 p.m., it's still smelling good and it's still there. And then you done left a few different spots and they done like, oh man, that man smelled great. He smelled good. Whatever the business was or whatever y'all were doing, it's a memory that sticks with you versus, man, he stank for real. I wish he don't never come back. You know what I mean?
All you smell.
I want y'all to invite me back into the room. You dig, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I really attest like my love for fragrance to. Of course, wifey, she loves when I smell good. So can't keep her hands off me, and I don't want her to stop. And so just I keep going deeper because I keep finding different ones. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like tasting, you just put me down to cognac, whiskey types of that I've never smelled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like again, I smelled
That
all
one,
4 of these today.
That's going in the
this
collection
week for the first time. Oh yeah, it's a good one.
That one going to the collection.
And again, if you try to get on to some fragrances, especially if you're in Southern California anywhere, make sure you come to Perfumes Rafi. Okay, this is on Ventura Boulevard, right beside Mel's Diner. All right, it's 14852 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 100. So make sure you come through. And you can go to perfumerafi.com, all right? Hey, I've enjoyed this, man.
I did too.
Hey,
I did too.
There's going to be many more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so let them know where they can find you.
Man, you can find me on Instagram at Losography, Losography, like photography. Just take off the PHOT, at Losography. You can also find me and the missus on at @themcoolin_Colemans, @themcoolin_Colemans. Yeah, that's where you can find me at on those different posts and those different sites. At Losography, @themcoolin_Colemans.
Dope. And y'all know y'all can find me on Instagram at Marcus A on the Gram, Facebook at Marcus A on the Book, TikTok if you want to look over there at Tanked on Top. Hey, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll let the Tanksley TV. But until next time, holla back at y'all.
Yeah, we finna get into these colognes.
Absolutely.
Let's do that.